The radioactive waste processing and repository facility, built on the border of Püspökszilágy and Kisnémedi, has received radioactive waste from medical, research, industrial, and agricultural users since more than 30 years. The National Radioactive Waste Repository in Bátalpáti has been opened in December 2008 to accommodate the low and intermediate level waste from the nuclear power plant. The aim of the environment monitoring activities carried out on the sites and their surroundings is to verify that the disposal facility operates safe, according to the regulations and the requirements set by the authorities. The establishment and operation of radioactive waste disposal facilities are dealt with the Act on Atomic Energy and its execution orders, such as the Ministerial Decree on the Usage of Ionizing Radiation, the interim storage and final disposal of radioactive wastes, and the radioactive emissions via air and water during the application of nuclear energy, and the monitoring of discharges. One of the most important rules is that the annual radiation dose of the people living near the disposal facilities can't exceed 100 microsieverts. This rate is the 1/30th of the annual radiation dose originating from the natural background radiation. Two examples help understand this strict limit. During a 20 hours long flight, Budapest-New York-Budapest, the same amount. Whilst during an X-ray lung examination, 4 times more radiation exposes us. The environment monitoring of the disposal facilities is executed by the operator based on the annual environment monitoring program that is approved by the competent authority. From a waste disposal facility, radioactive material can escape through gases and liquid emissions. To verify whether radioactive materials do escape, and if so, how much, we operate an emission and environment monitoring system. This film will demonstrate how the environment sampling, processing, measurements, and the evaluation are carried out. Monitoring of the air is conducted by 2 methods. Collection of fallout samples are performed by use of bowls placed at the monitoring station and filled with water. The particles accumulated in the bowls are filtered out, then the collected samples are analyzed in the laboratory. For the collection of the smaller particles in the air, flying dust aerosol, the air is drawn through a filter. The filter will be analyzed by an automatic device on site or in the laboratory, depending on the system setup. The soil can be contaminated on the surface in case of extraordinary event, and the contamination will be drawn into a depth of a few centimeters during the year. Because of this, samples are taken from the upper 5 centimeters of the soil that is measured after grounding and homogenization. Since the potential contamination should be detected in the earliest phase, the surface parts, such as the leaves of the plants and the grass, is sampled. The root system is examined only in a special case. The picked leaves, grass is being dried, ground, and the homogeneous sample is examined. Water samples are taken from the rills downstream and upstream from the disposal facility. The groundwater is monitored by use of observation wells of the approximately 10 cm diameter. From the wells that reach the bottom of the groundwater's level, we take samples with the help of a pump. These samples are analyzed in the laboratory. The animals eating the plants growing close to the side, and the bones, flesh and chitterlings of the fish caught from the near ponds are analyzed. The sampling-based environment monitoring is not only executed by our staff, external science institutions help as well. The sampling, serving the environment monitoring of the National Repository, and the laboratory evaluation of the samples is executed by an accredited laboratory. The activity of the gamma radiation isotopes and the sample's total beta radiation are measured in the site laboratory in Püspökszilágy. For the measurement of the difficult-to-measure, so-called pure beta isotopes, we call external professional institutions for help. The activity of the strontium-90 isotope in the samples of animal origin is measured in the Frédéric Joliot-Curie National Research Institute for Radiobiology and Radiohygiene. The tritium and radiocarbon measurements are carried out by the Environment Laboratory of the Atomic Research Institution of Hungarian Academy of Sciences. The operators of the sites prepare and submit to the competent authorities an annual report about results of the environment monitoring. The waste disposal facilities are supervised by the Radiation Healthcare Department of National Public Health and Medical Officer Service according to the regulations. Furthermore, the Environment, Nature and Water Inspectorate, the Emergency Directorate and the National Police Headquarters are entitled to carry out surveillance in their profession. The authorities, for example the Hungarian National Public Health and Medical Officer Service, can execute monitoring and sampling on their own in the facilities and their surroundings according to their work scheme. They have unlimited access to the results of the site's environmental monitoring at all times. The radiation environment monitoring system of the sites is continuously operated during the disposal facility's lifetime. This surveillance is going to be carried out for at least 50 years after the acceptance of the last waste package in the interest of the habitants and the environment.